Stop overthinking it. Just do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's starting a YouTube channel or growing your own business, don't worry so much about what others going to think of your ideas. So I just started making videos on YouTube, and I can tell you it's not super easy for two reasons. One, the technical side of it, it's not easy to just sit down and talk to a camera. I'm not very used to it, and it's kind of weird not talking to a person and just staring into the lens. I tried using a teleprompter for my first videos, but I didn't quite like it. When I looked at the video afterwards, it felt like I was looking in the wrong direction, like this, like off the camera somewhere. And I felt that it wasn't really authentic. I couldn't get the emotion through. And of course, if you practice it, you will be better at it. But I just didn't like it. So instead of that, I'm just ad-libbing, and I'm just putting on the camera and trying talking. Now, the other reason, which is at least as important, is that sitting down and trying to record videos on YouTube and growing my channel from 0 subscribers and 0 views is to try and challenge the fears that have been holding me back for a long time, for years. I have been thinking about starting this YouTube channel for a long time, but I haven't. Why? Partly because I've been afraid of what other people might say. You know, it's kind of vulnerable to, not even kinda, it's vulnerable to sit down and share your content to the world, and maybe no one's gonna watch, maybe no one's gonna like it. But in spite of that, in spite of all those thoughts, because that's what they are just thoughts, it's my mind speaking to itself. It does not reflect the reality out there. And the second fear I've been experiencing is the fear of not making it. The fact that I'm gonna try and then no one watches my videos, no subscribers, and the feeling that I make terrible videos and that I'm not good enough. That's also a fear that I've been having, and that's a fear that I'm challenging by sitting down, looking into this camera, talking to the lens, talking to you, and just trying to go for what I really want to do. And the next thing that has been holding me back is comparison. You know, comparing myself to everyone. Every time I had the idea to sit down and just make a video, I started looking at other videos, and then usually of people who have made it. And that was the mistake I was doing. I was getting inspired by people who have been doing very well on YouTube, but at the same time, I was getting discouraged because they were so much better than me. So whenever I was sitting down and looking into the camera, looking at my teleprompter, which I tried in the beginning, I just felt like, oh, I can't do this. I suck at it. I'm not as good as everyone else I'm seeing on YouTube. But this is the thing. We compare ourselves always with the finished product. I was comparing myself to people who have been doing this for a long time, people who have been practicing, who have probably also experienced some of the pains that I have been experiencing, and that you also are experiencing if you want to try and follow your dreams in some manner, whether it's starting a YouTube channel, whether it's starting a business, or doing something that takes real courage to do, and that not everybody else is doing. But the best cure against these fears is to just go for it. Just start, just try it, just do it. Because the thing is, those fears, they're not real. They're just in here. They're just in your head. Every time you get an idea of what you want to do, a second later, because you have been thinking about it, you have let other thoughts enter your mind. These other thoughts start to tell you that it's a bad idea. You shouldn't do it. Exactly for the reasons that I have been mentioning. Whether it's comparing yourself to others, whether it's fear of failing, what other people might say and think of your ideas, or it's the fear of not making it. So really, just whatever it is that you know deep down that you want to try, you want to do it, just do it. Just start. If you really, really want something, your actions have to start matching your ambitions. So just do it. It's not as scary as it seems.